I'm in Cardiff, the largest city here in Wales, and of course the capital city of this amazing country. And as you know, I've been here a few times, but I just feel like every time I come here, I don't give you a proper tour of the city, because it is an amazing place and it really does deserve a nice long video about it. I'm already in the depths of the city, in this really nice quiet spot next to some of the tallest buildings in Cardiff. So I just looked it up. I think this one here used to be the tallest building in the city, but it's been replaced kind of recently with a new one. So I'm guessing it's probably safe to say that that one's the second tallest building in Cardiff, but as I've mentioned before, Cardiff is developing so quickly, so these numbers are probably changing every single year. I just noticed that Premier Inn over there, and that is 100% a hotel I'd stay in. It looks so cool. I don't even know if it's opened yet. I think they might have really good window cleaners, or it's just brand new. I think this one here is getting new windows in right now as we speak, I think. I mean, something's being lifted. If we come over here, it's one of Cardiff's arenas. Now, I don't know if the Portsmouth video ever came out or not, because I'm not entirely sure it's good enough, but that definitely reminds me of the council offices in Portsmouth with kind of that bronze-ish kind of glass. It looks kind of ugly if you ask me, but it still looks pretty cool. And that's something I've learned travelling around the UK, is the words ugly and cool do not contradict each other. Something can be really ugly and really cool at the same time, and you won't even notice. I've been hanging around this area of the city for quite a while now, and it's starting to smell ever so slightly suspicious. So I think we should probably make our way to a different part of the city, go and find some more really cool buildings. I think I should start doing a count with how many times I say cool buildings in a video, because it'll probably be in the hundreds, right? Speaking of cool buildings, that's those two together, and then if we pan over here, that is, believe it or not, a cinema. I know, it looks absolutely incredible. I think this is the next area we need to head to. More skyscrapers. I think I'm in the more student-y part of the city now. In fact, oh yeah, this building here is the University of South Wales Cardiff campus. I'm assuming that's probably the biggest campus of their university. Yeah, I might well end up going to university in Cardiff. I know the Metropolitan University is out in the suburbs somewhere, but that's massive. Like, they have a huge campus in Cardiff. Well, it'll be their only campus, I guess. That would make sense. I think there's loads of student accommodation over there, so I think we'll go in that direction, across the road, and then that should help us get into the proper city centre as well. Someone said to me in the comment section the other day, or a few weeks ago, something like that, that they thought I was looking into becoming an architect, and I can't go this way. And I just wanted to say that that is 100% not on my list. I don't think I'm ever going to be an architect. I either want to do a job that like really helps people, like a doctor, paramedic or police officer, or something like a radio host. I think that would be really cool. I don't have to worry about what I look like or anything, just what I sound like. And I'm pretty sure I'm definitely on the road to doing something like that. Very graffitied railway bridge here. It looks quite nice though, where they've put the colours. This is all the student accommodation around here, as I mentioned. That's definitely student accommodation, but I think some of these other ones are just offices. This is really nice. Reminds me a little bit of the area of Glasgow I was staying in, because they're not exactly tall buildings, they're kind of mid-rise, if you know what I mean. They're 100% offices though, and then by the looks of it, there's some cafes on the bottom floor. Got some water over here. Doesn't really look like a river. I know it's not the River Taff, which is the main one that goes through Cardiff down to the bay. I'm not going to walk too far along here. Let me know in the comments if you know what water that is. I said those buildings weren't particularly tall, but there is a massive one right there, and that one's got really tiny windows, so I'm assuming it's either flats or a hotel. And I don't think there's any other reason for it to have its name written on the side of it like that, unless it's a hotel. Or no, actually, I just noticed an error in one of the windows on the bottom bit, so I'm guessing that's probably just flats then. I might want to live there actually one day. They look really nice. I'm on the road straight into the city centre now. Obviously we have been in the city centre the whole time, but I think that's kind of just what they call it around the central station. You've got the central square, and then you've got all the buildings around the central square, and the Principality Stadium and the BBC building and all that stuff. I've also just noticed what is officially the tallest building in Cardiff. There it is right in the centre of the screen. I can't remember what it's called. It's something tower, I think. I think I'm going to try and get to the bottom of it in a minute. More modern office buildings. It's honestly getting quite boring. I really like the look of them, but there's so many. Just filling my boots with content. I'm going to try and get to, oh, this looks nice, to cross the road. I think I'm going to try and get towards the central station to start with. It looks like it could be dodgy at times, but I'm the only person here. I've been past this thing, this water feature thingy, multiple times on a bus. I've never gotten out to look at it. So this is why I've come back to Cardiff, because I just need to properly explore it. I think that's a really nice frame to kind of represent Cardiff, because it's like the green and the water and then the modern building in the background. I really like that. Just thought I'd mention that. With my old camera, which is the same make as my new camera, which is kind of the action version, if you know what I mean, I used to be able to put that in water, and once I did it in Bath, and now every time I see water I think, oh, I could put my camera in there. And now I keep thinking that even with my new camera, I'd better never put this in water, otherwise the gimbal will break instantly. Another view of the tallest building there. I hope it is actually the tallest building. I did look it up and it obviously came up on Google, but it was like the Google AI summary thing, and I don't know if I can trust that or not yet. I've been filming these really short talking clips, A-roll is what you call it, where it's like 10-15 seconds of me talking, and what's better is when I film like 40 seconds of me talking, and then I get a longer video, so I might have to do that from now in the video. It's something I used to do. I used to film like 2-second clips of me talking, and then it would just be loads of montage, back when the channel was nowhere near as big as it is now. And this is me going off on a tangent to make the clip longer, if you didn't notice. It is that point in the video now where I do have to very quickly say that if you'd like to support the channel with a little bit of spare money you have, you can of course donate to my Buy Me a Coffee, which is linked in the pinned comment. And if you don't have any money, that's absolutely fine, because you can also support the channel by liking, subscribing and even commenting. Right, here's the plan. The central square is over there-ish. So we're going to very quickly pass through there. I'll point out some buildings and we'll walk straight towards the stadium, and then I'll go and get some lunch. It's just because it's going to be really, really busy. I don't really want to hold the camera up to my face like this. Even now I'm holding it down here. And the stadium is really, really cool. So this is the central square. This building here is the bus interchange, where you leave your train there, which is the train station, and then you can walk over, catch your bus to, you know, wherever in Cardiff. That there is the BBC building. I do really, really hope to go in there one day, maybe even for work. Other than that, I don't think any of the buildings, like those ones in the centre of the screen, I don't think any of them are particularly significant. I think they're probably just offices or flats. So yeah, BBC Radio Wales, or Cymru, whatever it's called, will be being broadcasted in there right now as we speak. Yeah, I mean, I think it'd be really cool to work in the BBC Wales building. Possibly I could work for BBC Radio Wales or Cymru, I don't know. Which one is it called? I know they're both the same thing, but either way. That is actually a pretty cool building there. I think that's one central square, something like that. There we go, that wasn't too bad. The stadium is right there. We'll have a better look in a minute. Right now, I'm getting quite hungry, so I think I'm going to go to the Burger King down the road. I've been told in the comments to show you what I'm eating a little bit more. I don't want to spend too much time on it though, so I'll treat you to 3 quick shots of my food, if you really care that much. Here's my food, thanks for paying by the way. This was all you donating to the channel. There we go, that's my lunch break over. I'm going to walk to the stadium around the back, so that'll be this way, only because I think it's going to be really busy the other way. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to walk all the way around it though. There might be rugby on, or there might be something on at least. There's the stadium there, Cardiff Principality Stadium. If we look up here, I'm not sure what it's called, but I think that's probably the most well-known skyscraper in Cardiff. It's the first one I saw, definitely, and you can see it from quite a few spots around the city. There's also quite a few drone shots around of that building. That road I was walking along before was definitely a dead end. I just wanted to say there's 100% something going on in there. All the small gates are locked shut, and all the big gates are wide open with people with high-vis surrounding it. I'll show you the stadium though. Here it is right in front of me. It's massive. This is it. And then that's the building we saw a minute ago. Turns out it's actually a BT building. Yeah, you can go down there. I don't think I'd get very far though. I don't think it's rugby that's on though. I think it's probably something else. I'm going to walk down this way towards the big park, and then I should get a view of the end of the stadium from there. And then we can have a walk through the park and see Cardiff Castle, I guess. I know I said this should be my last video in Cardiff, but imagine how nice this would be at Christmas. I said this last time as well, and then I never came back at Christmas. Obviously, I will probably come back here in the next year. Well, I definitely will. Probably in the next month, knowing me. But I might come back here at Christmas for a video, because I think that would be just a whole nother city at Christmas. I know no one cares, but I've never seen a single-decker Stagecoach Gold bus before. I'm at the Millennium Walk, there we go, I said it. It's here right by the side of the River Taff, and the stadium is right there. I believe it's called the Millennium Walk because the stadium used to be called the Millennium Stadium and now it's called the Principality. I'm not quite sure. What I do know is that the Millennium Centre is in Cardiff Bay. I'm not sure if we're going to go there yet or not today. It would be quite nice because obviously the whole point of today's video was to give you a proper tour of Cardiff. Yeah, I don't need to be walking down here. I thought it was going to be shut because of the rugby, but apparently it isn't. Anyway, that is Bute Park over there. I always used to say Bute Park, it's Bute Park, and over there on the other side of the park is a load of really nice limestone buildings, and quite a few BBC shows were filmed around there, so I'll show you when we get there. This is a really strange park. It's also really, really nice. Every single time I've been here, something strange has happened. It's usually really busy and full of people. Over there's a northern guy, Northern England, sat on a bench. He doesn't look drunk or anything, but he's just saying random words that come to his head. So, yeah, you know, he's not doing anything wrong, he's just saying stuff. Anyway, yeah, this is Bute Park. It's really, really nice. As I said, like literally 2 seconds ago, it'd be really cool to come back at Christmas, and this is what gave me that idea originally. This is Cardiff Castle. You can see the walls run all the way along down here. There's always this water here. It's not really a moat. It's just water, it's not flowing or anything, it's just standing there. I've never found out what it is, so I think I should probably look that up rather than saying, let me know in the comments, because I don't think anyone else knows either. Some sort of work going on here at Cardiff Castle. Looks like they're building a new bridge or something. There they are, that's the buildings I was talking about. We have to pass underneath the road down here. Yeah, these limestone buildings, they're a very special type of limestone, I think, as someone in the comments said quite a while ago. But they're things like police stations and courts and town halls, just that kind of building. And I think quite a lot of Sherlock was filmed there, Doctor Who obviously because it was filmed in Cardiff. And recently, Casualty, newest episode of Casualty was filmed just up there. I mean, like the start of the episode was filmed in one of the buildings and outside of it. So we might try and find that one because that'd be pretty cool. This one here is Cardiff Crown Court, if my memory serves me correctly. And then I think that one, that's the most famous of all of them. I think that's the town hall with its really tall thing, clock tower thingy. I think it might have used to have been a coal exchange or something like that. I can't quite remember. There's also a museum around here, and I think that's potentially where the Casualty thing was filmed. I think the BBC just really, really likes Cardiff because it's like a modern, new, open city that also has really old buildings in. I've never been down this road before though. There's a really nice building at the end with those big pillars on the outside of the entrance, so I'm guessing it's quite important. I said that really weirdly, didn't I? It really is huge, isn't it? I don't know what this one is, but it's definitely still being used for something. It's got brand new windows and everything. Let me know in the comments if you know, I guess. I'm just going to keep walking down here. There's some nice gardens here. I might look into some train times to go to Cardiff Bay. There's loads of tents outside of this one. What is it? Oh, there's a Palestine flag there. That would make sense. It's like a ceasefire thingy. I don't know. I don't really know much about it. I guess they're camping outside. Protest, I suppose. I can't believe I skipped this entire area before. Well, I mean, I didn't skip it. I mean, I saw like 3 buildings and then went straight back towards the city centre. But it's so expansive. Is that how you say it? There's so many more buildings than I thought there were. I needed to be careful about filming by the entrance down the road, but this is one of the big important Welsh government buildings. I'm guessing that's where all the offices of all the big important people are. I know there's the Welsh Parliament, Senedd Cymru in Cardiff Bay, and opposite the BBC building there's another government building. Across the road we've got something similar as well. I'm just looking at train times to get to Cardiff Bay. There's a train in 8 minutes and it's supposed to be a 5-minute walk to the train station. So I'm just going to teleport there now. Wow, that was really quick. I'll see you in Cardiff Bay.
Cardiff Bay, so next stop is Cardiff Queen Street.
I just arrived into Cardiff Bay station, is what it is. It's about a 2-minute walk away from the actual Cardiff Bay, well, the waterfront at least. I was really proud of myself when I managed to book the tickets really quickly from Queen Street to Cardiff Bay, and then I kind of went to the wrong station. I went to the one further up the line. I can't remember what it's called, it's a Welsh word, obviously, because we're in Wales. So I had to pay double the amount to get a separate train from that station to Queen Street, which shouldn't have costed that much. It was like a 30-second journey. Don't tell anyone, that's a police car. I could tell because of the people inside wearing massive high-vis vests with stuff all over their chests. Anyway, that is the Cardiff Millennium Centre. I think it's basically just a big venue thing, I guess. Over here, we've got the actual waterfront there. I'll show you more when we get there. I've been here both day and night, and it always looks really cool, but I find it really nice in the winter, where it gets dark. They put these really colourful lights in the letters so you can still see them. I can't tell where that music's coming from. It's really loud. I feel bad talking over the music because it's so good. That building there, that's the Pierhead building. I think it used to be like an expedition centre. The only thing I know about it really is that the Nova thingy expedition to Antarctica began there, I think. This building is the Welsh Parliament building, Senedd Cymru. I started my video where I walked around Cardiff Bay. I started that just down there. That was a few months ago now, before I went to Scotland. There's the end of the music. Let's just get up here so you can actually see the Cardiff Bay. So yeah, I walked all the way from down there, all the way around the entire bay is in the body of water. I saw some really cool places like Penarth, where they have some really nice boats. And I came back, finished the circle there. I don't think I've mentioned yet, when I was on the train to Cardiff in between Cardiff and Newport, I was thinking, oh, the weather's going to be terrible. Oh, I might just leave this till tomorrow. And I got here, flipped a coin, the coin said I had to film, and I'm really glad I did, because the weather wasn't bad for too long. It's not like it rained or anything. And yeah, ooh, just realised that thing there, the Ferris wheel, I heard that was becoming a permanent thing here in Cardiff Bay. And the next time I came, it wasn't there. It was in the centre, near where we just were. But yeah, I haven't been on that before. I don't think I'm going to go on it today. I don't think I'm up for it. That building there is the Norwegian church. I can't remember its significance, but it's something to do with Roald Dahl. I'm going to walk further down here, only because there's supposed to be some more nice buildings. Definitely not because I want to go and see if they're filming another episode of Casualty in the studio. See, there's some of the nice flats. Might want to live in them in the future. There's not even any point in me going into it because I talk about flats so much. At the beginning of this video, I mentioned that I was filming, oh, it's really windy. I mentioned that I was filming in Portsmouth, and that was a few days ago as of the time I'm filming this. I'm not sure whether that video is going to come out or not. If it has, it would have done the week before this one. But the point is, what was I going to say? In that video, I mentioned the possibility that I might go on a cruise in summer. But the thing is, I have to save up enough money pretty soon because you have to book in advance, obviously. So yeah, I don't think that's going to really be a possibility, only because it's short notice and all that stuff. But if you'd like to see a video on a cruise, or a few videos on a cruise, then I'd really appreciate it if you could donate to my Buy Me a Coffee. And that's the perfect thing. It's a perfect example. You want to see me on a cruise, so you donate money, and then that puts me on a cruise. Easy. Oh, and would you look at that? I just happened to have ended up at the Casualty studios. How did that happen? We might as well at least look at the window. Right, what's this? We've got Doctor Who, obviously, down there. Casualty ambulance there. A police car there. Doctors there. More Doctor Who. What are they called? Cybermen, I think. Yeah, this is really cool. I don't think they are filming today, but we might as well see if we can hear anything. You can see the backs of the fake buildings there. So on the other side, they look like they're red brick, but obviously because it's a television set, they're not real. Yeah, I know no one else cares about Casualty, but I do, and it's my channel. Maybe I'll have one or two other fans watching. Let me know in the comments if you do watch the show, or if you have ever watched the show. I intended to go back into the city centre in this video, but unfortunately my poor camera is on 7% battery left, and I've worked it quite a lot today. So I'll just show you one more thing, and then I'll have to end the video. It's just a nice kind of statue thing of a miner, I guess, as in, you know, a cave guy. I hoped it was Fireman Sam for a sec, because that's set in Wales. If you are an important official person here in Cardiff, please may you get a statue of Fireman Sam sorted out. Somewhere in the city centre would be good, and you have to put my name on the plaque because it was my idea. As you know, I do have to end the video here. My camera's literally on 3% battery left now, so I do have to do this very quickly. If you'd like to support the channel with a little bit of spare money you might not have it, that's absolutely fine. You can, of course, donate to my Buy Me a Coffee in the pinned comment. To be honest, if I was a viewer, I wouldn't be able to afford to donate, so don't stress it if you can't. You can also support the channel by liking, subscribing, and even commenting. I do reply to every single comment, so don't think you'll go unnoticed. Any thoughts you have throughout the video or any feedback you have is welcome in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time, probably in Devon. If not, I don't know where. And I'll see you then. Bye.